this is Raven with Love for Stamps, and I wanted to do a video showing you a little bit about the Ecraft. I'm going to start doing hopefully a video every Saturday, and I'm just going to focus really just on the Ecraft, so it's going to be a complete video about the Ecraft. So basically this is the beautiful Ecraft. I have the pink color, and this is what it looks opened up. It matches my craft room perfectly, so it's fabulous basically. Let me show you guys. It has, right here, it has like a little chart. This is basic operations. If you can see that, I can zoom in for you guys. Basic operations, and then this is getting started. Those are really important. I think it's really important to do some research on the Ecraft before you start using it. Because I'm going to be honest, the first day that I had it, I was really frustrated with it. Let me show you why. I went ahead and, if you can see this plate right here, you can, with this little plug, you can just pull it out and lift it up. And right here, this is a cap, and this is a blade cover for your cutter. And then this right here is the pen, which this system is really cool. It can cut and draw all together, and I've actually done some projects with that, so I'll be showing you those too. But anyway, my point being is that I didn't know that this was a blade cover, and it was supposed to be on there, so I actually took it off, and I had it. Okay, so the other thing that is really, really useful, and I strongly encourage, is a stabilizer. And you can use, you guys can see my video camera in the back. This is a cardstock stabilizer. It's cardstock. It's basically cereal board is what I use. And this is a DiGiorno's box. I just cut it up. It's about a 12 by 12. Here, look, you'll see right here. So when I put it in, it almost fits. It's a little shy over here, but let's see, can you guys see that? It's a little shy right here, but that's okay with me. It works perfectly. So basically, you use this card stabilizer so that your paper doesn't tear. So I'm going to work on an 8.5 by 11, so it's shy of my 12 by 12. And I'm going to go ahead and show you guys. Let me move this back just a tad. Okay, I'm going to show you guys pretty much what I do. Now, right here on your settings, I have mine set at about 4.5 because that'll be perfect to cut this. And this is just some cheap white Georgia Pacific paper. Okay, I'm going to come over here to the right hand side of my machine. Let's zoom in for you guys. And I'm going to hit this up button. And that is going to, if you see it, it's going to pull my paper in. Okay, and then I end shy of right here. And I have my tabs set at 1 and my width set at the widest width apart. Okay, and then I'm going to come over here to my Sure Cuts a Lot 3, and I actually have, it's called Adore from svgcuts.com, and so I'm going to go ahead and cut the frame of that because I really enjoy that. So let me do that. So on my machine, it asks me, it prompts me, and I make sure to say feed paper in manually. That's how you do it from the front. If you do it this way from the back and you put your paper back here in the tray, that feeds it through the tray. But I pretty much do everything manually just because I like having control and being able to see where it's cutting and stuff. So I'm just going to go ahead and let that cut and hope that my camera doesn't die because it's almost dying. And I kind of set it up in my Sure Cuts a Lot 3 to fit in an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. I didn't go all the way to the end because I've noticed that sometimes if you go all the way towards the back end of this paper, this white one, that it will start to tear because it doesn't hold it in these rollers right here as well. The rollers are right here. So I don't always set my image all the way back on the paper. I kind of set it a little bit more towards the front. And that's kind of important with working with scraps too. I try to set my image closer to the front. Okay. It's almost done. And that clicking noise is completely and utterly normal. I was at my mom's house cutting some stuff and she was freaking out, like, what's wrong with your machine? But the reason that it's doing that is it's making the tabs, as you can hear it clicking all over the place. The tabs are what allow it to not slip around in the machine. Okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and pull this all the way out. It's unloaded, and this is my sheet. It comes off perfectly, and this is all my little pieces. Now they're kind of in there just like when you buy a chipboard set. You kind of just pop them out. It works really, really easy when you have really thin paper, and it gets harder as your paper gets thicker, but sometimes I just use a craft knife. And I've cut that one, and I cut a bunch on here just because I like to conserve as much paper, and I'm actually loving this label. But let me show you guys what I just did real quick. And then I also got some of Emma's stamps in from my creative time, and so I really want to use those today. So that's what I'm going to be making a project with. So this is the smaller label, and this is the bigger one, and they fit right on top of each other. And then I'm going to go ahead and just dress them up and ink them with some Tim Holtz and some homemade glimmer mist, and I'll come back and show you guys the final project. But I wanted to really show you basically, like I said, I have my tab set at 1 and the width at 1, and then basically the most important thing about this Ecraft is to have an image stabilizer. There is a site, and I think it's purpleparadise.com. She goes through and she gives a whole list, and I printed that out and I find it really useful, so I'm going to go ahead and put the link on there. And another idea for this image stabilizer, my friend Faith from faithfulcreations.com, she actually uses an old Cricut mat, and she just got Goo Gone and took all the goo off of it, and she uses that. And I think I might try that just so that I can have a number grid. But that's another really good image stabilizer too, or cardstock stabilizer. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope everybody's having a great Saturday. And that's it. Thanks. Leave comments if you have questions, and have a great day. Bye, y'all.